Good morning, CPC Fantasy Football. It's your host, Chef Mark Henry, here coming to you live. So, we're going to start off this week's matchup with Weston versus Clyde. Wes, congratulations on your week, on your 2-game winning streak. Even though your Cowboys are playing the Eagles this week, which Zeke will not be a factor in the run game. The only way Zeke will be a factor this week is if they move him out to wide receiver, because apparently y'all don't have Amari Cooper and Randall Cobb. So who's y'all next targets? I have no idea. But I also think that y'all gonna pull it off to save Jason Garrett's coaching job. But I don't think that's enough this week to beat Mr. Clyde. Josh Jacobs is gonna take it for him this week. He's gonna score what he needs to score to beat you. So congratulations, Mr. Clyde, on victory number 3. Wes, you had a good streak going, but it had to stop. Next we have David versus Caleb. This is a funny one. David, how you let your brother beat you like that? You went into the game with such a big head. I'll tell you how big that head was. It was bigger than mine and Jacob's put together. Now that's a big head. But your brother came in with that pen and did. And I told you last week also that you was gonna end up falling behind me in the standings, and that was true. I didn't know if it was because I was gonna win, or if I was gonna lose, or we was gonna lose together. So. But we did lose together, and I did get more points than you, so I did jump you. But that being said, you have a bye this week. A literally bye this week because you play Caleb's team. Caleb is always putting in Adams and Singletary, hoping and praying that they play. But even if they would, I don't think they're healthy enough to sustain the amount of points they need to beat you. So, oh, and also he has a 1-point golf on his team, which, you know how that goes. I had 1 point Andy one year, and the next week he scored 2 points. So we made it a 2-point Andy. Look for the same results this week from that. So, congratulations, David, on victory number 3, trying to jump me. The verdict is still not quite out. I'm not satisfied yet. I'll probably let you know at the end of this video if you jump me or not. Next we have Greg versus Matt. So we have a matchup of 4-2 teams. Greg, you think you got something going with this record? Remember what Leslie had last year? She was 7-1, and ask her where she ended up with that 7-1 record. She ended up playing for the Toilet Bowl and did not win that at all. Ask Craig, he knows, because he's the 2-time champ. But you are hoping that and praying that the Patriots defense and Tom Brady does not have a spectacular game. In order to beat Matt, which I said the last 2 weeks, in order to beat Matt, the defense has to be stopped where they score minimum 10 points. Well, maximum 10 points, should I say, not minimum. A maximum of 10 points, and Tom Brady has to be at least 10, 15 points for anybody to have a shot to beat him. But I think the Jets, their defense was stout against the Cowboys, even though they did let that comeback almost happen, but they held them for the most part. I think they can do the same thing against the Patriots. Looking for Sam Darnell or Darnell, whatever you want to call his name, have a career game against them. So I'm going to give you this victory this week, Greg. Don't get too used to it. It's just a tough one. I really want to pick Matt. I just don't know what kind of momentum the Jets got coming out of that victory, or what kind of confidence they have. But Matt's hoping also to play Djax just as well as you hoping to play AJ Green. Matt, I understand why you want to play Djax, because you're not sure what Crowder's gonna do against your defense. And I know you don't want to root for the defense and that person, but somebody has to go off, either Crowder or Anderson. So you take your pick. If Djax don't play, I guess you gotta play Crowder. So congratulations, Greg, on this victory. Like I said, I really wanted to pick you, Matt, but the Jets got me stumbled. Then we got Kenny versus Jacob. Congrats, Kenny, on the second win of the season. And that was a good one, because I was predicting you to lose, and you just came let your brother's air out his head like it was just nothing. But Jacob, I have some good news and I have some bad news for you. I'll start off with the bad news. First off, Keenan Allen is about to put up some numbers. That's the bad news. And you asking, why do I say that? Well, Thielen complained 2 weeks ago that the offense was pathetic and could not produce. The next week he comes in, he scores 30 plus points. Then, right after that game, Stephon Diggs decides, well, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to do the same thing. Well, what happens next? This past week, Diggs put up 40 plus points. Now, this past weekend, Keenan Allen did the same thing as Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. So the verdict is out whether or not he produces just like them. I'm going for it. Everybody that's complained actually got the ball a lot more, but I don't think that's enough for you to win. Detroit did a good job on containing Aaron Jones last week. Look for their defense to keep containing them. I'm not going to say you're not going to have 60 yards rushing, 4 catches for 30 yards. Or you might have 2 catches for 15 yards. I don't know. With a touchdown. You might get 13 points. 10 points. I don't know. But look for you to get another loss this week, as well as the Eagles lose this week against the Cowboys. Even though I think it's gonna be a shootout, because neither one of them really has a defense that great. But yeah, and the Cowboys take the division this week, but y'all gonna split the series with them when y'all play them again. So don't get too brokenhearted. Then we got Cody versus Craig. Cody, that door is just steady doing 150 mile an hour, spinning round and round and round. Every time I come to do a prediction, I look at your players, and you got a different quarterback every week. Do you realize since you put a different quarterback in, you haven't really won a game? Man, bro, I understand you waiting for Breeze to come back, but you got to stick with one guy. One guy. But, Craig, I don't think you got enough to beat Cody this week. And because of Ty Gurley. Gurley will not play this week. So, I don't know what to tell you, what you're going to do at that position or tight end. But I do have a tight end and I do have a running back. But it's going to cost you something. If you want, I can slide you, but it's going to cost you. But congratulations, Cody, on this victory and staying in the winner's bracket. Then we got Leslie versus Mark. Somebody get a pin and pop this dude's head. Oh, my bad. I might break the pin on that dude's head because that dude got a big head. He didn't need that after last week. Stephon Diggs just ruined that man's head. It got even bigger. But I bet you're hoping this week that Stephon Diggs get another 40 points because McCaffrey's not in the game for you. But Leslie is about to Aguilar you to the ground, and she's going to Eckler with it. With that being said, Nelson Aguilar and Eckler is about to be the difference in her team beating you this week. So congratulations, Leslie, on victory number 3. And I think this is the second or third time I picked you this year to win. So congratulations. Then we have me versus Carl. And I was looking at that matchup and I'm like, man, what guy hasn't been going off on this man's team? And I looked, and from the looks of it, no one. Everybody been going off. So hopefully I get a break this week and like everybody been not going off. Nobody goes off this week, should I say? And lets me climb out this losing streak that I'm on, this 3-game losing streak. I said I wasn't gonna wear a blue shirt. Technically I didn't. But I do have blue in it, so I didn't think about that. But I'm hoping to pull myself out of this rut I'm in this week against Carl. And I'm going to stay ahead of David this week with this victory. Congratulations, Carl. You're giving me a run for my money. I'm not saying that it's going to be a blowout by any means. Derrick Henry only had 4 points last week. I'm looking for him to step it up this week. So, with that being said, congratulations on your win streak that you had going on. And now it's time for you to have 2 losses. Till next week, Chef Mark Henry is out.